Hello, Perxos. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, why are you green now? I see you as green, and you used to be red. Did you change your color intentionally, or did something happen in Twitch? No, but I relogged, so maybe that's it. Oh, I see. All right. Well, so this I'm planning to have like a 2-hour stream until I go to sleep. I don't want to stay up late. It's really cold, and they haven't begun. I have central heating. Oh wait. Yeah, you said no, but I relogged, so maybe that's it. But now you're red again. So I am. Yeah, it feels like two different people now. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Okay, so let me slowly start. Okay, so yeah, as you can see here, you are Zelen, you are green, but on my phone, your first message is green, and these two are red. I don't know what happened. That's weird. Anyway, let's yeah, let's see. So I made a fire extinguisher. Here it is, and you know what? I figured out. Oh, that's the old fire extinguisher. This is the new one, and I added shininess, which I didn't on the last stream. So now I made this this piece shine. Oh no, this is light fixture. Come on, why doesn't it? This is not the light fixture. Wait, do I have to click on it? What's going on? Looks like. Okay, wait. There's something wrong. There's something going on. This is not the model. This is not the material. I think it's. Something has happened. Something weird has happened. And I don't know what. Okay, so yeah, in the meantime, I made this metal texture, which is like, it's a little bit dirty, and it has these like welds that you can see. And yeah, I need generic materials like this. Maybe it's too uniformly dirty, and I need to improve it a bit, but I can do that later. Okay, let me actually shut this down. Okay, well, nothing happens. Okay, let's go with. Oh, it always creates this unnamed. Let's go back to light fixture. Oh, there it is. Now it works. Okay, so yes, I've added this. I've basically taken the red color and then turned it into a tone so that, Oh! Okay, this is... Okay, Material Maker is falling apart, I think. Because it's actually applying these tones on the entire screen. What the fuck? It's like, yeah, and this is like, it's multiplying. It's not adding. This is weird. Why does this tones apply? Apply the tones on the, on everything, on the nodes as well. I don't know, but this is weird. Anyway, yes. So basically, I isolated the red stuff, and then I turned it into like how do I call it? Like a shiny material, right? With a little bit of white noise dirt. It doesn't look great, but yeah, it looks good in the game. Okay, so yeah, and now it looks shiny. And there's one more thing I totally forgot about, which has changed the game completely. The look of the game, because I totally forgot there are reflection probes. Actually, I thought that reflection probes already work because of the real-time GI, but I noticed in game. Okay, let me remove this one. I realized that all the metals look too dark. I was like, why is this metal black? You know, it should be black. This metal, well, you've seen the black. It's not black. It should be grayish, but this one only reflects the smoothness. Oh, I need to make the hole not have this blocking. Maybe Material Maker is fucked up because it's using URP. Well, it's using Godot. That's why. Yeah, and then I realized, like, wait a minute, are there actually reflections? Because, well, here's the thing. There are real-time reflections. There are real-time reflections, which are here, right? And I don't know why they exactly don't work. Well, something happens. Something happens, but it's not enough. Obviously. Like, there are some reflections, there are some screen space reflections, but they're not, you can't really see. Yeah, on this one, it doesn't really show. Oh, it only shows at a very extreme angle. Yeah. But, here's the thing. Yeah, so that's why all the metals look dark, also here. And I thought, okay, let's see what happens if I add a reflection probe. I put it here. Let's get it down to 0, and look at this, right? I put it to 0. Boom! Suddenly, metals start shining. So yeah, now because they reflect, it's like, oh, look at that. Completely different. And look at those nice reflections on the bottle itself. You can now see the whole module. Well, unfortunately, they're not real-time. Well, you can make it real-time, but that would be ridiculously expensive. So the problem, though, is that you need to have a few of them, right, for each module you want. I wonder if they can rotate. Can they rotate? Oh, they can rotate. Unlike unities. You know, unities need to be always. Yeah, they actually rotate, and you can see that the resolution changes. Well, it's re-rendering, but yeah, it is always re-rendering. This is amazing. Yeah, in Unity you can't actually rotate reflection probes. Which is a problem if you have, you know, a vehicle and you want to put a reflection probe inside a vehicle. Yeah, so basically what I want to do is I want to add reflection probes to all the modules. Well, there is a slight problem though. If you have drastically different parts of the module. Oh, by the way, why is this should not be here. This was just for, oh wait, this includes the fire extinguisher. Okay, let's put it outside. Okay, what is this? This is the old. Yeah, let's actually delete the old. I don't need the old fire extinguisher anymore. Okay, we have the new one. And let's actually add it into the props. There it is. Okay. So, yeah, reflection probes, they look so much nicer, and actually everything is brighter because the metals now reflect. RTX enabled, yeah.
Another day in the station.
I should maybe disable this sound. Yeah, look at that. It looks much shinier, looks much better. Those metals reflect stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It also makes it, like, shininess makes it feel weird if this is like a PS1 style game. That's actually what I wanted first to do, but then I have all this modern features, you know, like real-time GI and shadows and stuff. Oh, did it go all the way? Oh, there it is. There you are. Okay, but yeah, you see, as soon as I put it here, it turns black, and everything is black because of all these metallic hulls. But yeah, if you look at this one, now this one is also shining because it's inside the reflection probe. Well, it's slightly shining. It's shinier than the others. It's not black. That's the point. So actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the reflection probes to everything, to all the modules which I have here. So cupola, yeah, let's add. You can't. Oh fuck. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna add them as into their prefabs, basically, into the scenes. Okay, here's one. And, okay, something like that. I wonder if you can make them reflection probes. Can you actually modify resolution? Interior. What about interior? Reflections will ignore sky. Actually, I don't want to ignore sky, but they shouldn't add any ambient lights. This is what I discovered. If you have ambient lights, then it will actually, yeah, then it will use the ambient light of this module on everything, and that's not actually good, because then also the outside will apply the same probe to the outside. But if you actually make it not disabled, if you disable the ambient, then it actually only uses the reflections. This is what I discovered, which is pretty cool. Okay, so now all these have reflection probes. Yeah, now let's go with the sphere. Let's add a reflection probe here as well. And we're gonna make it equal sized. Lighting looks dope, thanks. Okay, can I combine? No. All right, I'm gonna transform 0 size. You can't lock the size here. Okay, so I'm just gonna use 2.5. Okay, 2.5 exactly. Good, good. All right, so now these probes also have shiny hatches. Not the probes, sorry. I keep mixing the words. Well, these are called nodes, but, you know, like sphere. Let's call them sphere modules because they're spheres. And yeah, and also these. So the small modules, let's add. Oh, this one is actually vertical. Yeah, that's weird. So this one has actually a precise Okay, transform is going to be 0. A precise size is how much? It's 4 meters, right? 4 meters, and then on the sides they should be 3 at least. They're 275, but let's do that. Wait, this 3. It's not actually. Okay, this measurement, what is this? This is the Z. So this is 5.5. Yes, that's the correct. It should Z fight now. Yeah, there it is. A little bit of Z fighting. Okay, let's see. So now everything with reflection probes. Yeah, we can see the white lines, the thin white lines. Yeah, looks like everything is a reflection probe now. Welcome to even slower game now. In Godot, every module is a node. Yeah.
Another day in the station.
Okay, so let's see. We have shiny hatches. Look at that. No longer very dark. Okay, but let's see. Oh, I haven't made it. This one doesn't work. Oh, and this one actually has sky. Yeah, you can see the sky through it. It's a little bit leaking, but unfortunately, because that one is dynamic. This one, yeah, and yeah. So yeah, let's get this shiny fire extinguisher inside. I actually keep moving through the station like this, but you can also jump, which I don't use enough. I don't use jumping enough. There you go. Okay, let's throw it forward. I've removed, in one of the previous streams, I've removed Z to throw. So you can't throw items anymore. So if you want to throw them forward, if you want to throw them forward, you scroll up and you release them. Well, which you did in a very, very bad way. Well, this one I can also take, so I don't need to just throw it around. Oh yeah, I wanted to actually check the reflections. Oh yeah, I can see the other hatches in the reflection of my fire extinguisher. Nice. Oh, did I put a reflection probe in here? No, I don't think I did. I can still see some reflections. And outside, there are no reflections, but I can still see the station. Oh, yeah, I flew away, but I have the fire extinguisher, so I can actually come back. Let's try to come back. Okay, I need to do this blindly. I don't have any navigation. And you have to turn around. So, okay, I'm going. There we go. Fancy. Yeah, perfect. And now I can just relax. Oh, don't fly away. I can just relax until I hit. Up. Yeah, nice. Let's keep it in my hands. Well, here's the thing. I made everything physically interactable, right? I made everything physically interactable. I wonder, is this using some other closest reflection probe in this case when it's like outside of the range? I'm not sure. Anyway, it does look good. The lighting does look good. I wanted to say that I can't remember what I wanted to say. Something about holding. Something about my jet. And the particles actually look pretty good. The collisions are turned on, but for some reason it doesn't really collide. Like particles don't seem to collide much. I wonder if you can actually make the particles interact with stuff. The problem is that this is GPU particles, so I don't think you can actually make them interact with stuff in the world. I would have to make them 2D particles for that. Sorry, not 2D, but CPU particles. There was some collision setting, though. Let me just check. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. Fire extinguisher 2. Fire extinguisher 2. Yes. Can sleep. Okay, let's focus. There you are. Yeah, I wanted to check the... Oh! Wait. Where's the... Ah, because I was Googling fire extinguisher. Googling. GPU particles, okay. There is something which is like collide, but I don't think it does anything. Collision. There it is. Collision size. Maybe it needs to, like, maybe I need to increase the size of the collision. Let's make it 0.5 meter. I don't know. Does it work? It doesn't seem to collide with anything. GPU particles. Yeah, this thing is just kind of weirdly moving. I don't know. But anyway, collision. Maybe there is something to like turn on collision. Process material collision. Ah, it's not. Wait, use scale. Disabled. Rigid. Alright, let's see. Okay, it was actually disabled. Use scale. Should take collision and scale and... Yeah, I guess the size of the particle. Friction bounce. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is cool. It's actually casting like shadow. But it doesn't seem to work. Maybe it only works against fixed stuff. No, it doesn't work. It's not colliding. Friction bounce. Okay, what if I turn on use scale? No, doesn't care. Doesn't care. Hide on contact. This is like it will kill the particle. Okay, but it still doesn't work. So I'm not sure. Okay, and there are some weird... Yeah, let's keep this. Maybe it doesn't work in editor. I don't know. Hello, PP9962.
Another day in the station.
Fancy. Okay, well, obviously it doesn't work either with this. Does it collide? No, I think it stays in the same line. I don't know, maybe it's like not implemented yet or something. Alright, I don't really care about it for now. But yeah, I mean, I can always implement collisions with like just ray casting, right? It's like I don't need to have correct collisions for like gas, exact ones. Okay, well, one thing that I want to do is okay, so shiny extinguisher and reflection probes, added reflection probes. Finish up fire extinguisher. Yes, so there's one problem in the fire extinguisher, which is that I didn't make this smooth. But this kind of looks cool, you know, even if it's not smooth. But I do want to make this punch a hole here. So, well, first off, let's hide the particles because they just look terrible. No, they don't look terrible. They it's just that they're adding too much performance drop. All right, so let me open Blender and yeah, let's make this. Let's go to layout and let's make this shiny. So everything should have shade smooth. Yeah, there it is. That's, well, that fixed it. And even this one is rectangular as it should, sharp as it should be. But actually, I do want to make. Yeah, let's just keep it this way. All right, and then I just wanted to make this like, oh, I also didn't merge anything. And I want to, yeah, I want to make this maybe go like this so that, you know, it doesn't look awkward inside in the game. Let's see how this looks like, if this is even going to, this should, well, I should have some kind of a ambient occlusion inside this, hopefully. But also, I can do something about this. I can actually, okay, let's grab this one. I can turn it into a light fixture, and then, oh, but this part should actually be plastic, I think, and not metal. What was the Soviet one that I was looking at? Soviet extinguisher. Which one did I take as a source? It is, yeah, this one. Oh, it is actually metal. Some dirty metal. Okay, so, yes. Something like this. This is what I modeled. Yeah, kind of like this. This is what I took as an inspiration. So it is metal. But I am actually going to use black. For that. Okay. All right. Yeah, let me re-export this. Whoops, not tube, props. There we go. It's smooth. Oh, what happened here? Oh no. What? Did the cube also become smooth? Or is it just a shadow? Did cubes now become smooth? Wait a minute. Oh, what have I done? Did I accidentally select everything? I don't actually know. How did I manage to make this? Maybe I selected everything. I don't know. This is strange. Okay, well, let's not make them smooth. Okay, maybe I accidentally selected everything. Good thing I noticed. Good thing I noticed it changed. Behind the scenes. There it is, fixed. Good. Nice. Oh, yeah, this metal actually looks way better when it's smooth. Right. Okay, so I can say that the art is done, kind of. Yeah, I'm satisfied with it for now. Maybe in the last art pass, I'm gonna add some text here or markings written by me, but that's gonna be in the final art pass. Okay, so now what I actually want to do, finish up fire extinguisher done. Yeah, there's a few interaction problems. One thing is that I want to prevent use hold if already using. So yes, if already pressing RMB. So basically what is going on, right? I have this function that is use hold, but here it is. It's the same key. It's the same key as taking. So when I take the item and I hold RMB, it starts firing right away, right? And that's not the desired. I want to like release RMB and then start hold. But I was thinking that I should actually maybe just remove use hold completely. So instead of having a use held, I'm just going to detect if you have started using or not in the fire extinguisher itself. So basically, I'm gonna have a fire extinguisher and there's not gonna be use held. Instead, I'm gonna do an update. So I'm gonna do a classic update, which is in, what is it called? Repaint, refresh. What's the name of it? I can't remember. Physics process. It's called process, right? Yeah, it's just process. Okay. All right. Process. All right. So in the process, I'm just gonna do this. And yeah, I need to keep a player somewhere. So player, the player that is using. And then this is gonna be player. Yeah, I can actually do this. In C++, you wouldn't be able to do this. I can just say this. Okay, started using extinguisher. So yeah, if you have started using, you know what? Maybe I can use the player as a state. So on ended, I can just say use hold. Yeah, and then on use, I can just say what? How did it actually look like? My use held. Apply central force. Apply central force. Oh yeah. So I moved the whole thing. But actually, I'm gonna use this in use. I'm gonna add GPU particles. So started using extinguisher. That's good. Yeah, let's put that at the end. You know what? I don't need to log anything. I know that it works. Processing, apply central force, yes, and get first child. Yes, that's about getting particles. Use ended. I could add that into a particle, GPU particles. Right, I already have it. Doesn't matter. Okay, that's gonna be okay. So emitting false, And yeah, and here I need to say if this player, well, I don't need to use, okay, so if it has a player, I do that, and then I simply say this player is null. And there it is, you know, I don't need to, basically I use the player as a state, as a, like, is firing. So let's try this. Welcome to Nautica's chat room. Why did my phone fail? Oh, and my build also failed. Okay, so what does it say? It says X resource invalid. Using text instead. No, that's okay. It must be somewhere in other stuff. What the hell? Building net project. What? It almost started and then it says nope. Light fixture. X resource. No, I don't think this is a real error. Transient parrot has another exclusive child. What the fuck? I'm pretty sure there's something to do with use held, because I removed it and now it's completely confused. Okay, what the fuck? Let's restart. Come on, Godot. Come on, Godot, work. Please. For me. Why does it take so long? Okay, so let's try to start. What the fuck? Failed and there's nothing. Oh, there it is. Oh, I actually didn't see that there's a there's a message. Come on, Godot, don't be like Unity. Yeah. What does it say? Compilation failed. iUsable does not contain a definition for, and now I can't see the text. Like, you can't scroll sideways. Oh, you can scroll sideways. Wait. Does not contain definition for use held and no accessible blah 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 blah. But where? In which file? Player movement. Ah, because player movement is calling it, of course. I am stupid. Yes. So this is the thing. VS Code doesn't actually show you where the error is unless you open the file. So now it's like, hey, you have an error here. So yeah, it is like, it is not as deep as Visual Studio. So it's like you need to actually look at the thing to recognize the problem. Okay, so I'm gonna just remove that. So yeah, it's actually my issue, not Godot's.
Another day in the station.
Okay. So let's see. How does it look like? Aha, it didn't fire. That's good. There it is. It's acting. And then I stop and it doesn't act anymore. I start, I stop, I start, I stop. Good. Good. Nice. Okay, seems to be working. Seems to be working so far. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have some problems where it's just locked in one state and keeps on firing. All right. So I had an idea, okay? I had a little idea. What if there's a button on the fire extinguisher? Okay. What if there is like a thingy here? I'm gonna add a child. I'm gonna add a little mesh, collision shape. I'm gonna add a little box. New box. Tiny box on top. Very tiny. A very tiny box on top that actually can, when clicked on it, okay, I'm gonna add, yeah, let's actually add a button. Quick load. Let's try that. So I'm gonna call, all right, let's actually add a fire extinguisher. I'm gonna call it, yeah, on button pressed, and I'm gonna call, yeah, this is like call external. Yeah, but then the problem is that I'm using a player. Okay, well, let's not use this as a state. Let's say open, something like that. So when you use it, it opens, and the player is set. Let's call it firing. Okay. And then, if firing, okay, but here's the thing: if player is not null, do that. If it is null, I'm gonna also apply a central force, but I'm gonna apply it to myself. So this is a rigid body, right? So I can just get a forward, and I don't need to reference a rigid body. I can just do this. Let's try this. So on button pressed, I can just say use and null. Okay. All right. And then here's what I can do. In my button, I can call, whoops. In my button, I'm gonna call fire extinguisher, and args are gonna be nothing. There's no label on the button. Let's call it button. Fire button. So, what happens? What happens then? Let's see. Let's see what happens if this is gonna even work. But can you guess what I'm trying to do?
Another game station.
Okay, let's see. Does the button work? Here's no. Here's a button. Press. When I press, nothing happened. Okay, so nothing actually happened. Why is that? Is it on button pressed? Or is it on pressed button? Hello, hello, Sleepy. Okay. Let's see the button. On button pressed. It is correct. Oh, but it doesn't have a args. String args. Okay. So, well, I do have a... You know what? Let's actually add an interface. So, in that case, I make sure that I implement this. iPressable. Maybe that's... No, that is iPressable is iButton receiver. Yeah, so button press receiver. So now I'm going to have a void. This is going to be public. This void is going to have a on button pressed, and then this is going to be a string args. There. So now I need to actually implement this iButton pressed. So yeah, call on. What I can also do is I can check for is not null, and on yeah, and call on is on button pressed. You know, I don't even need to have a call then. Okay, I'm stupid. Why didn't I think of that before? You know why I didn't think of that before? Because you can't actually set interfaces, but you can set nodes, and nodes inherit everything. Yeah, let me actually add an error for this. Call on. If call on is iButton press receiver, then instead of doing a call, I'm gonna do a is button press receiver. Okay, let's do it like that. Receiver dot on button pressed, and I'm gonna pass it args. There it is. So I don't need the call on anymore. I don't need the call. And if not, I'm gonna say gd. Is there an error? Push error. Pushes an error message to Godot's built-in debugger and to the OS. Will not pause project execution. Perfect. Yeah, let's actually debug this. Call on does not implement iButton press receiver. Call on object colon object colon does not implement iButton receiver. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I don't think we need the call on anymore. So now the fire extinguisher should implement iButton receiver, and there should be any errors because it already does implement this. Okay, and then I pass a null to deuse, but it's to go into fire. Okay, let's see. So yeah, my other buttons are now broken because the test receiver needs to receiver. Oh yeah, there it is. Button receiver. Button receiver should now extend iButton press receiver. Okay, there it is. Now it actually works. it should be. It should work. I haven't tested. By the way, I submitted a proposal for Godot today, where I was on my two streams ago.
Another
Okay,
game
let's see.
station.
Let's see if everything works. Okay, there's something in the debugger. But let's see. Okay, so I press it. Ah, there it is. Exactly what I was trying to do. Cool. My god, this is so good. So basically, it's applying force, but it's actually going forward, not backwards. Nice. So yeah, if you click it, by the way, it should also be heavier for sure. Like, how heavy is the extinguisher? Fire extinguisher weight. What's the 4 kilograms? 5 kilograms. Okay, well, let's do like a 5 kilos of mass. Let's do it in here. 5 kilos. Okay, that's the 5 kilos. And then, yeah, let's actually modify this so that it doesn't fire backwards. But actually, yeah, I even had this minus player forward and I didn't write it correctly here. But I actually want to make it spin. So I want to not apply central impulse, but apply impulse. No, apply force at a point. So position is going to be, of course, yeah, the force is going to be minus forward by force mult as I do here. And the position is going to be, yeah, what is the position? Position is the offset from the body origin in global coordinates. Offset from body origin in global coordinates. What does that even mean? Offset from body origin in global. The fuck? Okay. Godot, apply force at position. With local coordinates. Add force local. Trying to simulate a vehicle with a thruster in the back, so not centered at 0, but the add force function drives me nuts. Yeah, apparently. Apparently it does. Everybody. Add force in local position. Position local basis X form. What the hell is an X form? Just make it extinguisher up by 0, 2. But here's the thing, it's not global position, actually. Unlike in Unity, this is not global position, this is the offset from body origin in global coordinates. I don't think it's actually the same. But I had this problem before. That's why I know it. I think this is how Bullet works, and in my engine I also had the same problem. I had to make my own methods to my own function that like is more logical. Yeah, if I just say apply force yeah, if I say global position plus vector 3 up, I don't think that's gonna work. Let's see. Well, it's going to probably be wildly offset.
Another day in the station.
Okay, so I fire. And there you go. You see? It's like going back and forth. Whoa. It is definitely crazy. Oh, it's actually pushing me. You know? This is how you could use a fire extinguisher. Instead of... yeah, this is way too wild. Yeah. Extinguisher up. Yeah, actually, that's a good... But yeah, I don't think that it's actually a global position. That's the thing.
Another day in the station.
Maybe it is. Let's try. Well, it's way too wild. This is fun. It's fun though. But yeah. I was expecting it to like fly end to end, right? So this guy, what his does is that it transforms, I guess transforms a position to local position. Add first local. This is a local position. Yeah, so you get, this is not a local position, this is a global position. And then forced local, I see, it transforms. Okay, so this is actually what it does, right? This is the global position. Here's what I came up with. So maybe it is true. Yeah, well, first off, let's try this. Let's try making this one much less. Okay. And yeah, let's actually reduce. Okay. You know what? I'm going to use this trick. Okay. Let's say void add force local. Is there a local? I don't think so. Apply force. No. Okay, and I'm gonna select. Yeah, let's do the force. Let's call this local position. Okay, and then I'm gonna have a global position. It's going to be, so this, I guess, transform dot, there's no transform, no. So I guess it must be a basis dot x form, no. It doesn't have an x form. Is there like a transform position? Okay, let's see. Godot transform local to global position. I can actually multiply with the global matrix. Probably that would work. Is there a way to get convert to a local position? To local. I added a child and I called it to local. Okay, so there's actually a to global. Ah. Transforms local point from this node local to world space. That's actually pretty nice. Okay, so I'm gonna have that and I'm gonna have a force. Okay, and then let's do a rigid body. Whatever rigid body it is in question. Okay, let's in this case just apply force. And it's gonna be minus forward. Or is it... Is this forward? Oh yeah, this is actually -1, so this is good. Apply force at global position. Oh, what am I doing? This is gonna be past global force. Let's put that first. Apply force. Apply force. Add force local. Well, now I call it local. Yeah, we're gonna have all these things. Global position. Wait, no, it's gonna be this up by something smaller. Okay, let's see if this works. Transform, not transform. No, in C#, they actually renamed everything to capital. So, because this is written, this thing is like what people suggest. This is GD script. And in C#, they actually renamed everything with capital A and without underscores. So, capital T is actually the transform. Yeah, it definitely is behaving weirdly. This is not what you would expect. You see? This is what I'm talking about. The force is being applied somewhere weirdly. This is definitely not being applied at a single point. Local position, global A minus B. I think this is the thing. I think it's actually not this. I think it's actually just a global position plus local position. Or something like that. I think it was that dumb. Like... something like that. Something like that.
Another day in the station.
Well, that still is not logical. Okay. Okay. Apply force. But here's the thing. I think that the force as well. Okay, let's not do this. Let's go back to this one. Yeah, I have. Okay, I've definitely solved this problem before, right? I've definitely solved this problem. Let's go into my engine. Where's my engine? It's here. Okay, let's look for physics. CPP. Add force. No, apply. No. What is it called? Oh, it's actually rigid body. It's actually rigid body. Okay. Apply impulse. There it is. Apply impulse at point. World point minus. Oh, the center of mass. That's the thing. I think this is the problem. The center of mass is the problem. Let's try to do that. World point. The desired world point. So let's actually do this minus minus center of mass. Yeah, I remember it was something weird like that. What is this? Parentheses can be removed. Okay, it doesn't matter. Why does it make everything dark? It feels like everything is incorrect. To global probably won't work for vector.
Another day in the station.
Yeah, like in I know that it should convert a vector. Yeah. Hey, look at that. This is what I would expect, right? This is more what I would expect then. Okay, so is it going to go backwards? No, it doesn't. Okay, even that is incorrect. So nope. There's even weirder things going on. Okay, what if I just use vector 3 up instead? Actually, what if I use center of mass
Another
plus?
day in the station.
Nope, this one goes down. Actually, what if I say center of mass? Is this a global position though? Relative to the body's origin position. Yeah. This is not true. This is not good. Apply force. Godot at position. How to properly apply on an area or a body. Applying forces to rigid body space. Do this with the integrate forces. No. No, that doesn't give me anything. Add force in rigid body 3D. Thruster, yes. Yes, should have read the top version I asked and later answered. The problem is that the wording of add force and apply impulse is a little ambiguous. Offset is to provide it in world coordinates, but what it doesn't say is that it is still to be giving as an offset. So if you use the transform's origin as the point where the force is applied, it will not affect the center of object, but the position that is equally far from the object center than the object is from the world origin. That's why the behavior changes suddenly when you move past the origin. Long story short, use state add force vector 3 0. Wait. So it's actually relative to the... This is actually a local. This is actually a local point. Are you kidding me? Well, let's try what happens with vector 3, 0. Oh yes, this thing said as an offset,
Another day in the station.
right? As an offset to the oh, no, I didn't want that. I actually wanted this. It's not moving. Well, it's not moving because the force is applied at the center. Yeah, so this is it. I figured out now. It should just be, instead of this, it should only be vector up. No, not vector up, but this up by, 0, 5 or whatever. So it's actually local, but local in world orientation. I understood it that way. It's local offset in global space. Yeah, so it only should have been this up. Okay, well, maybe you were telling me correct, but it does. But like, why would you ever do this, right? This is the stupidest way to do it. But this is actually. Is this how? Yeah, this I think is actually how bullet also works. It's apply impulse is actually just calling. Yeah, that's why I need to subtract the world point. But no, this one is actually not an offset. Yeah. Oh well, it is the world. It is the offset, but yeah, it is actually the offset. But from the mass, it's the same. It's the same. Okay, it is the same. Makes sense for me. I like it. I don't know. I want to either apply. No, but okay, it does make sense if you explain it. But it's like it's much more usable if you either number one wants to apply a global position, right? Like for example, you shoot into a thing, right? You shoot into a barrel, and then you want the barrel to knock over. So you have this global position of where you hit the barrel, and you want to apply to a global position, or you want to implement like a thruster, which is a local position to a body. So yeah, that's why I'm like, it's not what I'm trying to say is like, this is the third use case. There's no use cases for this type of thing. That's all I'm trying to say. Like the two use cases are the, this is what you should do. Okay, you know what? Okay, let's actually try this. Let's actually try if this works.
Another day in the station.
There it is. This is exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Okay. It would be funny if it left through the window. Okay, yeah. For me, it makes sense because you are applying force with certain lever. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really make sense to me. So I'm actually going to make, so that I don't think about it next time. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a utility. Okay, well, first, let's do the add force local. Okay, so this is incorrect. Somebody had an incorrect answer here. This should actually be vector 3 position. Yeah, let's just call it position. And that's the position is global position, or should it be center of mass? I think it's actually center of mass. Or is it the global position? Position is the opposite from the body origin in the global coordinates. Okay, so let's go with global position. Position is global position minus no. It is actually, I actually need to transform the local position into a global position first. So if I'm passing here up, yeah, basically I want to convert this to a real global position, right? Okay, here's the thing. Add force global. Let's do it like this. That's gonna be apply force, and this is the force. I don't need to transform the force. And the position is actually global position minus global position, right? That's the thing. So if let's try add force global. Force multiplier, and this is gonna be global position plus, yeah, well, it makes sense because I'm just minusing, or is it the wrong? So I'm adding position and then I have to subtract the position. Like this. Just apply object rotation to local position and force, and it should work, I think. Okay, failed to build. Failed to build because... Oh, it's because of this. Okay, so actually I want to transform this to global, local position, global position, there, and I think this should also work. There it is. All right, but yeah, it's not global position, it's global position minus global position. There we go. There we have the two versions that actually make sense. Okay, so let's try this one. Yeah, and this is a precursor of what I'm going to be implementing in the future for like spacecraft forces.
Another Another daily station.
Maybe rename the add force to apply force to stay consistent with the built-in. Yeah, I'm gonna think about naming later. But yeah, I'm gonna convert it into a utility. So yeah, there it is. It is exactly the same, behaving exactly the same. And now let's do the same thing, but with add force local. So this is in this case gonna be like vector 3 forward. Oh, I actually have this already, right? Yes, this is the same. Okay, so let's see if, oh, no, it's not this up, it's actually just vector 3 up. It's actually a property.
Another daily station.
Oh, it goes the other way because I did not put a minus. Yeah, this forward, their forward is actually the correct forward, not the OpenGL forward, which is backwards. Okay, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Vector 3 forward. Wait. Okay, maybe this to global is wrong. Transforms local point from this node into world space. And then I just global position minus. That would... Why not? Why doesn't it work? What the fuck? I was so close to celebrating. To global won't work. Why doesn't it work? You need just rotation. But no, I'm converting into like the complete global, and then that's why I minus it. Is there a to local? Yes, there is. To local. To local. Yeah, there it is. Transforms global point from world space to this node's local space. So this is like the actual world space that is like from the origin, and then I simply just like in this case, I am subtracting it from the node's global position, because you're applying position to force. What? No. This is the force. This is the location. This is the force, this is the location. This is the force. Oh, to global. Wait. Yeah, I actually need to only transform direction. Well, Unity has like transform direction. And I don't know what this is the equivalent of. Global rotate. Rotated local. Rotates the transform around the given axis. Force is the direction vector, but you're translating. Yeah. I'm reading too late. Yeah, I didn't think about it. I probably did this in CPP as well. Where is it? Apply limb. Oh, I don't actually have local. I don't even have local. Yeah. What do I do? Godot transform direction. Equivalent of inverse transform direction. Some vector, the backward. This function takes a global. Okay, no answers. Something like this. Thank you. Direction to local. Global transform. Affine reverse. What the hell? Yeah, affine is without the last element, as you're suggesting. To global maybe has a parameter. No, it doesn't have any parameters. So this is transforming direction to local. But why do you need such a huge chunk of code to do this incredibly basic operation in Godot? Exactly. My question for many things in Godot. Why? I'm pretty sure there is some transform direction. No, this is Unity. Trying to create transform. I'm trying to port transform direction. Somebody wants. No, 3D does have a transform. But yes, and there's no discussion text. Okay, this is like. This guy has a problem with probably to use it. I'm trying to port transform point. Oh, it's only the basis. There it is. Transform direction. Transform local. Okay. So here we go. Interesting that it uses this this notation. Transform basis. Local direction. Okay. So let's go with this. Transform. This is worth a shot. Yeah, I think that just the basis is just the orientation. That's how you also get this is how you get directions. You get it from the basis matrix.
Another day in the station.
There we go. It works. Finally, we can use to local. We can use. Okay, cool. So, by the way, I have completely forgotten to submit any of the extinguisher work. So finally, we figured out this is going to be extremely valuable later when implementing thrusters. Yeah, and I don't understand why this doesn't why Godot doesn't have transform direction and stuff. Okay. Oh yeah, I even added hotspots. Jeez, a lot of things has been done and I did not do anything. Okay. Oh right, there's some things that are actually not necessary For example, I don't need hotspot. I don't need light fixture anymore. Props light fixture. PNG. Albedo. Yeah, I don't need this anymore. Or do I? Props light fixture. I do only need this. Okay. So let's try to actually remove this one. Oh, my mouse needs to be here. Remove. Okay, light fixture is still there, so it didn't break. Yeah, it's now this one that I'm using. Light fixture ORM. Is that mission? I don't know what's Okay, example Atlas tube seals. Okay. Yeah, so that's gonna be it. I've deleted these. Okay, so a lot of things have changed. I completely forgot them. Fire extinguisher. Metal hotspot. Yeah, and they have smoke. Well, that's actually that, but button now uses an interface. Okay, something like that. Something like that. Okay. I also removed the. Yeah, let's shut this down. By the way, you can use transform direction for local position and get rid of that minus global. Yeah, I can. That's true. Okay, you know, this guy has a point. Maybe I should. Yeah, well, let's add all these to you know, to Unreal. What am I talking about? To utils. So that's why I wanted to fork everything before I fuck everything up. Okay, utils. Here we go. Hello, utils. Okay, I'm gonna add it into 3D. Here, I have this up, down. Okay, transform direction. So this is gonna inherit this. Oops. This node 3D node, and then we're gonna have node transform basis local direction. What's your problem? The problem is that it needs to be static. Okay, and then we can have a transform. Yeah, we're gonna use add force later for in physics. Where is physics? Physics. It's here. Kill motion. Add force global. Okay. So what else does he have? What is the aha, there it is. It's also local global transform. Global point. Okay, let's go with directions, and there's also vectors, which is interesting. Transform direction, and transform vector, but there's no inverse transform vector. Yeah, I actually can't remember what's the difference between transform vector and the point and transform point, local vector minus position. So it's like you're transforming Yeah, minus position of itself. Is this position a global position? Probably it is. So yeah, let's actually use everything. Let's see. Let's see, what are the goodies? What are the goodies? Okay, well. Yeah, transform direction. This one I've already rewritten. So this is gonna be this. Oh fuck! Why is it doesn't allow me to write this? No 3D nodes. Okay, that works. Why does it complain? I don't know. Oh, because it should be static. So first off, everything needs to be static. 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 I like that you can do inverse multiply by just swapping the order. What? Inverse multiply by just swapping the order. Or, oh, it does give me something. Ah, you mean this thing? Yeah. Yeah, that is useful in a lot of cases. You don't have to inverse a matrix. That actually saves you a little bit of memory, right? Because then inversing a matrix would give you a new, would return a new variable, and then you would have to multiply world point, yeah, on this side. I think that multiplies with the transpose, which is only equivalent to the inverse if matrix is orthogonal. Okay, so yes, here we're gonna have, yeah, let me just add this node to everything. This node, this node, this node, this node, and this is not position. I'm gonna return a this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna node transform point minus node, and this should be global position. And why didn't he make it this? Here we go. Yeah, let's give him credit. From Space Jelly Fish Dev. Thanks to okay, cool. Yeah, so this guy makes it like you get a transform and then it will give you an axis, which is weird. But yeah, anyway, let's go with... Oh yeah, I also need to fix this. Add first global. This is going to be this rigid body. Rub. And I'm gonna say rub apply force, and yeah, as you say, let's do it for consistency. Applies force at point. That's how I would call it. Apply force at point, and then apply force at point local. Or should it be called apply local force at point? What's actually the name of it in Unity? Because apply force at position, I think it's called position. Yeah, exactly. And there is also, yeah, let's call it at position, so it's more familiar to Unity devs. Global position force. There's also add relative force. Add relative force, but there's also add relative force at position, I think. No? There's no. I thought there is. Why doesn't it highlight rigid bodies here? Rigid body. Okay, it doesn't actually give me a list. Okay, yeah, let's go. Add force at position. Add relative force. Why did I think that there is actually add relative force at local position? Add relative torque. I didn't know if this even exists. What? You can give it a point? Oh no, it's actually just in local space. Oh, okay. Point velocity. Yeah, I thought it was actually add local points. Okay, apply force at position. Apply. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. Yeah, let's call this local force. And yeah, this is body 3D RB. Transform direction. RB, the transform direction, global position. This. Well, I can actually turn this into a RB inverse transform point. No, wait, transform points. Why does both say local? No, it doesn't say. This says local points. Okay. Apply force, and then finally we can do RB dot apply force minus RB dot global position. And yeah, let's call this global force. And there we go. There we go, except that it needs to be public static void. Okay, there we go. Add force at point local. And we have global force, global position. Okay. Local force, local position. Okay. Cool. Nice. Which rotation matrices are, but not affine matrices, including translation in general? Okay. Cool. Okay, let's see. Let's now redo everything. Well, I just need to say I need to include Notke. I am already including it. Rigid body. Oh yeah, it's like this. Add force local. Apply force. Apply force at point. At position. Oh, I have at point and at position. So this is gonna be at point local. But I'm actually gonna rename this to at position local. Okay. There we go. We can now delete everything. And hopefully that is it. Whoops. Well, knocking off my microphone classic. If it's like then it would confuse me a lot.
Another day in the station.
Okay. There we go. It goes around. What comes around goes around. Nice. And I can also be pushed now by it. But actually, if I take it, I can move faster. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, well, the body doesn't have any rotation, so I'm not rotating even if I'm at face point. Okay, well, I totally didn't plan to implement this thing. Oh, look, it's still rotating. Is it? Yeah, even if it's not working. So there's something weird going on there. There's something fishy going on. This should only be happening if it's firing. Oh, look at that. I'm not firing. Firing is false. There we go. Okay. Moved, transform, added, transforms, transformations to utils, and apply force at position. There we go. Okay. So this is closing my time of sleep, which I was planning to do. I got bogged down with matrices, so I haven't done much on stream. So yeah, prevent use hold if already pressing. Done. And don't pick up new item if an item is already held. Yeah, right now you can actually hold multiple items. So I need to make sure that you can't take an item if I'm already holding something. Oh, Jesus. Keep knocking out as if it doesn't exist. Yeah, actually, I need to make sure that take... where is takeable? Item. Item in hands is not null. Item in hands is usable. Item in hands... Item in hands. Oh, right. The problem is that this is handled by the item. It's interacting. So what I need to do is I actually need to first check item in hands. If item in hands is not null, return. So you can't pick it up. But here's the thing. Interact label should not be saying take then.
Another day in the station.
Oh yeah, I can actually do that. So yeah, where was my... This is the interaction thing, right? RMB take, yeah. I can take this box. And now I was able to take this, take the fire extinguisher. But there, I can't do it anymore. Cool. Okay, so by taking multiple things, what actually happened is that you would basically be unable to ever reach the old one because it will override the new one. So yeah, fix that. Let's go over things very quickly. Stream. Okay. Can't pick up multiple items at the same time. No. Okay. Don't pick up new item if an item is already held. That's done. Interacting with other objects with items in hands. Okay, maybe I skipped that. And then I wanted to do modeling of stuff. Create generic metal hotspot. Oh, I actually made that. I made that before. Screwdriver, buttons, control panels. Yeah, and implement clinging. You know what? Maybe I should do handrails now. Interacting with other objects with items in hands. Yeah, that actually one is something that I wanted to do with like a screwdriver. If you have a screwdriver, there's a nut, and you can only interact with the nut when you're holding a screwdriver. But there's one more thing I actually want to implement, and that is custom position of items on player. So here's the thing. I actually want to be able to override the position of how you're holding items on the items themselves. And I'm going to add a new interface for that. Why not? I'm going to call it custom item position or something like that. I don't know what's the best name. The names are terrible. Item hands position. Custom hands position. Something like that. Okay. And that's actually just going to get a vector 3, and that's it. Get custom hands position. And that's it. So yeah, if an item implements this, in my case, a fire extinguisher, if it implements custom hands, custom formatter, custom hands position, it's a terrible name. Let's call it position in hands, custom position in hands. Okay, and then let's override that. Implement interface, get custom hands position, and let's just, for the beginning, let's make it vector 30. Okay, so now it's just going to be in the camera, in your face. But here's the thing, I can actually make it custom position by putting a little pivot. I could add a little pivot here. And also I could export it. Yeah, let me actually export that. Export vector 3 hands position. Okay. Position in hands. I fucking hate this name. It's not position in hands position. It's like offset, hands offset. But that implies that there's some kind of a base position. Yeah, let's just do this. Okay, and I'm gonna return position in hands. All right. So now, now when I hold an item in a player, hold item. When I take an item, it's actually in the item itself. So when I interact, I take it, set parent, transform identity, but here it is. If if this is it possible to do this? I never actually did this. if I custom position hands, I guess this is possible. Then transform position transform, no, wait, then position is, okay, custom position in hands, custom position in hands, custom hands position. Terrible namings everywhere. Yeah. So this is gonna be, but this is actually going to be offset item hold node. Okay, yes, it's not going to be item hold node. Okay, here is what's going to happen. If I have a custom position in hands, I'm gonna do this. Okay. Set parent else, I'm gonna set this. Okay, but I'm actually gonna parent it to the player. Yeah, something like this. Let's try it. So now the fire extinguisher should be in the middle of me. So there it is. There it is. You can see it's completely in the middle. Cool. That actually works. That actually worked totally. So this works. Yeah, and then what I can do now. Oh, but that means I'm not gonna have a cool physics sim. Okay. Well, okay, position hands. What I can do is I can move this like -0, let's try 5. And I'm gonna offset this by -0.3. Let's try that. So what I want to do is I want for it to be, nozzle to be in the center, sideways, but actually below your face, somewhere in the middle of the body.
Another day in the station.
Oh, this is actually perfect. So yeah, this kind of makes sense. Because now your force is correct, right? You're correctly pushing it, like your body is somewhere down there. There we go. And it has a nice yeah, because now it makes sense. It's like in the center of mass. It's in your center of mass, the nozzle. Okay, this is it. But I would really love for anything that you carry. It would be cool to have another body. Let me actually try to do something. I'm gonna add another body. Oh no. Wait. Ghost grab body. Player. Okay. Yes. Let me add another rigid body. Okay. And this rigid body is only going to be used for holding items. So, yeah, let's copy this joint. I'm going to add it to this rigid body, and I'm going to say, yeah, let's say this is hands body, and this is, it doesn't make any sense. Hands rigid body. And this is gonna be hands joint. Okay. So this joint is gonna connect player RB and this thing. And it's exactly in the same position as the player. Yeah. It doesn't have a collider. Well, I'm gonna add another one of these, but it's not gonna be colliding with anything. So this is not gonna collide with anything. The only reason I have this is to have a little nice motion. Nice. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to do, right? Linear limit complete. Correct. I knocked everything again. Angular spring. Yes, so angular spring, we're gonna have it act a bit. So this shouldn't be frozen, and this shouldn't be able to sleep ever. All right. And let's actually, yeah, what I want to do is let's add item hold node is going to be part of this rigid body. Okay. So let's see if this has actually fucked my, no, I didn't fuck it up. Item hold name is still there. Good. And now this joint is going to like rotate the mass of it. It should be 1. That's fine. Player sphere shape, item hold, player sphere shape. This is going to be no, the joint. Yeah, let's actually add some frequency. I don't know, let's try this for the beginning. A little bit of damping, not much. Angular spring. Okay, so let's see what happens. Classic Notke mix drops, yes. Oh, and I'm falling down. I'm being pulled by the gravity because I didn't turn off gravity in this one. That's always funny.
Another day in the station.
Another day in the station. I should probably disable that. So when I grab something, it's actually, oh, that won't work.
Another day in the station.
So if I grab this, oh, where is it? Okay, there it is. But it's not actually focusing. It's not rotating around. Even though it's because of not locking rotation. Is that it? But it shouldn't. I should be locking rotation.
Another day in the station.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. It's angularly working, but for some reason. So what am I doing with this one? I'm freezing. I locked rotation. Is it just the strength? I don't think it is just the strength.
Another day in the station.
Yeah, it keeps being oriented over there. So there's something wrong that I'm... Am I actually setting a rotation of this thing every frame? Of the grab joint? I don't think so. I actually think I removed that. Yeah, I'm not setting rotation of anything. On click. In updates, okay, if I'm grabbing a rigid body. Yeah, I don't set rotation anymore. I used to do that. Could it be a continuous CD problem? I doubt. Whoops, wrong thing. Okay, what does this joint do? Linear limit is on. Angular limit is off. Angular spring is off. Wait, how am I actually setting? Okay, then I must be setting rotation somewhere. Lock rotation. Oh, there it is. I am actually setting rotation. How did I miss it? Alright, this is how I'm actually manipulating the joints, by setting the rotation. I see. Independently of the joints. Okay. Ah, right. Oh, I know what's the problem. I should actually attach this rigid body. I completely forgot that my player is not actually rotating at all. So maybe I should attach these two. This one and this one. Instead. Okay, let's try that. It seems I was wrong. The Godot documentation suggests but never states outright, as far as I can see, that right multiplying actually does the equivalent of left multiply by the full inverse. This is weird for somebody with a math background. Kind of slow, can result in a divide by 0 if the matrix is not full rank, and is not how it works in GLSL. I see. Yeah. Okay, what did I actually try to do? Yeah, let's take that. Ah, it still doesn't work. Ah, come on. Come on, turn on. This should be perfectly now jointed together. Okay, let's turn off this angle limit. Oh, Linear limit is on. Angular limit. Let's limit angularly. And let's see what happens here.
Another day in the station.
Still nothing. Oh, maybe it's because it's disabled. Could it be possible that it doesn't want to rotate? No, but that doesn't make any sense. You know what? I completely fucked up. I'm not even doing this. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm actually attaching this body to here. Oh no, I'm not. It's actually attached correctly. Okay, I was wrong that I was wrong. But yeah, let's actually cube. Okay, let me actually test it this way. Okay, it's gonna be easier. It's gonna be easier to see what's going on. If I just have a cube in front of myself. Okay. Yeah, maybe it doesn't have inertia. Who knows? No. No, it's definitely not tied to this one. Yeah, lock rotation. Maybe I'm now locking rotation. There it is. Okay, and I don't think I need to continue CD. Finally. Okay, so yeah, this is the forces are too strong. But yeah, this is what I tried to do basically. I want to have the smooth motion. But yeah, the problem is that yeah, I'm actually it sucks because I'm setting position. I'm setting rotation. Okay, I'm setting rotation in physics update, but that doesn't make it. That's still the same. Hands joint. Yeah, let's not have a limit. Instead, I'm gonna just rely on the spring. Let's do that with like 100.
Another day in the station.
Okay, doesn't work because I didn't turn it on.
Another day in the station.
Okay, it's still very stiff. Let's go with 1.
Another day in the
Okay,
station.
here we go. We have something that is smoother. It still looks terrible when turning around, but okay, I'm definitely gonna have to have one day when I'm gonna debug this weird rotation. So yeah, let's have some kind of a yeah, something in between. Maybe 3 hertz. Something like that.
Another day in the station.
Okay, a little better. So if I take an item, it's now like, like this. And yeah, I can drop an item. And if I take my extinguisher, well, the extinguisher is actually going to focus on the player. Yeah, which is not great. This is why I want to make it. Okay, let's hide this so I don't see it. I'm gonna do this hands. I'm gonna parent directed to hands. So let's grab a player movement. I'm gonna export a node 3D, and I'm gonna say item hold center node, root node, something like that. And this should be the hand, but I don't want to rename it because it's, yeah, let's do item hold hand default. No, let's just keep it like that. Okay, and now it's gonna add one more thing. Can you describe damping for some extra juice? Can you decrease? Decrease, yeah. I'll do that. Just a item hold root node. Okay, that's gonna be my hands rigid body. Okay, so now I'm actually going to attach the item, not to the player, but to the item hold root node. There we go. And yeah, one more thing that I should do is I should also remove, yeah, I should reduce damping, but I should also add some limits, because if I don't have any limits, you can just go crazy. Okay, that feels better. You can still pass through objects, which is not great. Okay, there it is. This is what I wanted. Some juice, some smoothness in holding an item. Cool. Yeah. But yeah, I'm thinking about maybe I should rework the whole holding shenanigans to include, yeah, to basically have another rigid body. Well, in this case, I do have another rigid body, but that's going to act with my, that's going to collide as with the world as well. Similar to grabbing, basically the same as grabbing, but like, with the rotation. So it still keeps rotation of items. So just like this, but another one. So like as if you're having another hand. So that you can't exploit things. Yeah, okay. So, let's do this. Added, and I've also can say custom position of items and player done. Smooth item movement in hands. Oh yeah, and you wanted for me to reduce the damping, something like this. Fire extinguisher, yeah. Custom hands position and smooth item holding.
Another day in the station.
So yeah, let's see how it is. Oh, way too springy for my taste. Yeah, this is way too much. Yeah, the problem with this jittery motion, the jittery rotation, is that actually it's the rotation needs to be smoothed in physics frame, and I'm actually updating, right? The input is in a different frame time than physics. So it needs to be smoothed. But yeah, I don't know. It feels like you're barely holding a thing. Like jelly springs. You like it, yeah. Okay, let's increase it by twice.
Another day in the station.
Yeah, this is not bad. But I really need to smooth rotation. Can I actually quickly somehow smooth rotation? Is there a quaternion smoothing built in? Rotate object local. So yeah, I'm directly applying this. I could take a yaw and pitch and smooth it out. How would that even feel? Yeah, because I don't have absolute rotation, I would create local transformation. Okay, can you actually do that on the transform as well? Transform, rotate, rotated local around the given axis by angle. Yeah, maybe I can do that. I can save a transform. A lot of, hello there, a lot of C# Godoters. Yeah. Hello Redstone 4D. Maybe I can keep this transform. And then, can you smooth the transform? You probably can, but you know, I can also use a quaternion. Rotate. How would you even? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna think about it some other time. Not for today. Interacting with other objects with item in hands. Well, I don't have a use right now for it, so I'm gonna skip this for now, and I'm gonna postpone it for some other time, because it's kind of like just one more thing to implement. But I'm not going for a list of that. I'm gonna do that when I do like screwdrivers and stuff. Okay, let's actually model. Let's model some handrails. Finally. And yeah, I'm already late for going to sleep. But what are you working on? I'm working on a little space station game in 0G. Here it is. It is going to be a small, like, a small game where you can move around. Yeah, the way you move around, it's a 0G, right? You move around by holding onto things and then flinging yourself. And then everything works kind of like that way. So if you want to close a hatch, you simply grab it and fling it around. You open a hatch by flinging it as well. So everything is working by grabbing things. And then also items, right? Boxes. You fling them around. Oh, cool. Yeah, and then, yeah, for example, you have this. Yeah, I'm implementing interaction now. You have this fire extinguisher. You can take it and you can like extinguish like this. And it also acts as a rocket, like a thruster. So it thrusts you a bit. Yeah. And there's also space outside, because this is inside a space station. Yeah, but right now I don't have, pressure or anything, so there's space. It's so yeah, there is a space station. You can also spacewalk right now, but there's no I don't have any pressure simulation yet, so you can just go around like this. And you can also go, walk in through windows. There should be a window there. Yeah, something like that. It's gonna be, well, the game I want to make first is like a short narrative game where you're like trying to save the station of it's everything is falling apart. And you're trying to extinguish some fires, isolate some modules and stuff like that. My games look dumb now. That's fine. Not judging you. Okay. So what have I changed? Oh yeah, the frequency of the bounced up the item holding, thanks to Pirxos. There you go. Okay. So handrails. I actually have some. Where is the Zvezda ISS? I think there was a great thing that showed. Okay, let me shut down this. Let's go back to Blender. And let's go on to modeling some handrails. So, I'm going to start a new mesh from the beginning. And let's have a little base. Okay, Zvezda ISS. There's something on YouTube. 360. Yeah, there it is. This one. So why am I making handrails? Because I can implement clinging on them, where you can like just be static. You right click on handrails and you can put your feet into them. And this is how a real space station looks. This is what I'm kind of basing mine on. And yeah, you can see I'm even using this similar interior with 2 windows. And yeah, here, this is where I actually noticed some handrails, but I can't find it now. Didn't I have them? So there are some that look like this. It's just a bar. Oh, there it is. This one. Okay, let's save that. So it's just like a metal bar between two clamps, you could say. There's more like that as well, and here there's short ones. So basically what you have this holder that then holds the big bar. And oh, this is where I got it. Yes, I remember this. I remember this shot. I actually have this screenshot somewhere. Oh, and look, these boxes are, by the way, they're food. This is where Russians store their food, in these kind of boxes. I've seen that in one of the ISS videos. So I should definitely have these food boxes at some point, and I definitely should have the their table, their dining table. And this dining table, by the